Today I want to talk to you about BlackTwist. One of the things that I like about BlackTwist is it makes my life on Threads easier. Now, BlackTwist is a third-party application that was introduced to me by Sam Shepard, who, if you don't know Sam, she does a lot of really great introverted related content that is made for especially if you are struggling with being an introvert in non-introverted spaces. So definitely go follow her. But she introduced me to BlackTwist months and months ago, and I wanted to introduce it to you because I know that a lot of you have commented that you don't want to be on social media all the time. And this is how I'm not. Okay? Now, BlackTwist is an online resource that, like I just said, helps you schedule posts for all your Threads and Blue Sky accounts. I don't have a Blue Sky account. I only use it for my Art Threads account. How it works. You can literally write out your content and schedule it. So we're going to go to my page. So in here, for starters, if I had additional accounts, you could add them here. As I only use this for my art account, like I said, here we are. You can start writing in one of two ways. You can do straight writing, where you can start your thread, you can add your hashtag, you can tag someone in it, you can add media, you can add emojis, and then you can schedule it. Okay. The way I prefer to do it is via my calendar. Now, in your calendar view, you can do it by week, which is how I prefer it, or you can do it by month, which I do at the beginning of each week so that I can see how my posts are laid out. Now, if you notice, these should be familiar to you. These are all my Sprite posts. I schedule out my Sprite posts months in advance, just because that means you guys get sprites every Monday through Friday, regardless of how my chronic issues are acting. Okay, so we're going to go back to week because that's how I prefer to do these. Now, I'm going to show you how to schedule a post from beginning to end. Okay. So let's see. Today is Friday, the 19th. We're going to schedule a post for this video. I'm going to upload it to my Substack and my YouTube there. So we're going to add those. So we're going to click on this time. We're going to add art threads to here because that's the audience that I am. This is the audience that I am focused on. Okay. I'm not going to tag anybody because I don't need to. So this is my introduction to BlackTwist, which is how I spend less time writing content. No, not writing. I'm on Threads by scheduling out content ahead of time. If you are interested in knocking out your content In the same way, you should check this out. Okay, so then we're going to add a picture. And then we're going to go into, you guys are going to see how many things I have. Okay, so we go into art and we're going to Canva. And we're going to go down here to where I have my let's talk about art and other things. I'm going to drop this in here. Now from here, you can go to alt text and you can add alt text. So I can do this as a banner, still image with a blue cloud, clip art, background, and the words studio im art above the words let's talk and conversations about art, artists, and everything else. Okay, you can update the alt text. Now, from here, I'm going to do this and do down. Hey, so just in case you didn't know, you can also do this on threads, desktop threads, where you use a colon and write it down. You're going to get used to what you use it for. To add emojis, so you don't have to scroll through all the emojis to do this. So now I'm going to go to here and see how it already numbers 2. Now, if I wanted to move this, wait, hold on. So we're going to do link 1, link to Substack, link to YouTube. Now, this gives me the option. See these little drags? This is the standard icon for dragging in just about every app. So you're going to grab this, and I can move this up and make that my first one. But we want this to be my second one. So we're going to make it go down here, okay? So now I have this. But apparently that kills my hashtag. All right, so when you go up here to schedule, you're going to notice that it already scheduled. It auto-scheduled for the time that you picked when you clicked on the calendar. If you need to change that, you can change it up here. But you can also, and if you click up here, you don't have to do it tomorrow. It will give you a calendar. But also you can, if you leave it unscheduled, it will make it a draft. You can also save it as draft if you're not sure when you want to drop it. Now, this auto repost will repost like the little repost button. It won't automatically repost all this content again. It does the little repost button that we have on threads, so that your content goes again. I haven't honestly in my experience, I haven't seen an uptick in engagement doing it that way, but you're welcome to try it. I haven't used the follow-up option. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what it does. So if we schedule this in about 5 hours, okay? I'm just going to have to remember to go kill that. So and you're going to see it shows up on your calendar, okay? One of the other things is if we go in here and we can edit. And you can edit up to a minute before it posts. So one of the other things I like is the majority of us are on Threads on mobile, right? So you can click on mobile and it'll show you what it's going to look like, okay? So you can see, especially for things like images, to see if it cuts it off weird or whatever, okay? And then you just and when you edit, all you have to do is hit the X and it'll get you out. These are all little semantic things. If you ever need to go through this, again, you can rewatch this or you can ask and I'll show you. All right, so now everything's scheduled. So like you see here, I have my Happy Hanukkah one scheduled so that I don't forget. And then for next week, I have, I just have, oh my goodness. Next week, I don't even have Sprite scheduled. Well, I got to fix that. But I must be at the end of my series. So I'll go in and I'll schedule these, and then you'll see like other things that I have pre-scheduled. Now, one of the things that I really like, aside from this, and you can schedule as far out as you want. One of the other things that I really like about BlackTwist is that you can you can go see the analytics. And yes, Threads has analytics, but I feel like BlackTwist analytics are just better. And not just because it's easier to use, because you can, as I'll show you in a second where you can see it, you can download your analytics in a CVS. It also has better on-site tools for sorting your analytics. So you don't have to have the crazy spreadsheet like I do. I just like more information. And I'm doing a test. So here you can see in the last 7 days what my information, my analytics. So I am down percentage wise from profile views. That's fine. And, you know, I don't have as many likes or replies as I did from the week before. No big deal to me. My dailies are better than before, so I'm not overly worried about it. So one of the things that I like is you can see I'm very visual, so I like to go, if I have a day where I feel bad about, my engagement, I'll go here and then I'll hit daily because I like bar charts. But if I go into cumulative and I hit 14 days, it'll give me, a little bit. But if I do like 3 months, look at that. That makes me feel a lot better. If I do 6 months, look at that. That makes me feel lots better. Anyway, so we're going to go back to just 7 days, okay? So in here you can see the information about what each section of engagement is. So I don't really care about profile views, simply because I don't care. I don't care who looks at my profile in general. But I do care about my engagement rate, and these are the percentages of engagement. This is a Friday. I typically have the most engagement on Fridays. But you can see the number of likes, your number of replies. And this top level reply means that original reply, not like my responses to the replies and subsequent responses. The number of times things were reposted, quotes, you guys get it, okay? This is important. Hourly engagement gives you an idea of when you get the most engagement. Now, does this mean here that I should start posting everything at 9 o'clock? Absolutely not. But this may mean that I post my important stuff at 9 o'clock or, between 9 and 11, because that's when it's getting the most eyes. But if I look at dailies, I can also pick here at 6 o'clock, where I may be getting another boost of like views, right? But this can change depending on the day. And this is a very great visual way for you to see what your analytics, specifically what your engagement looks like. Okay. But this doesn't mean that you only post on those times. This means that you should think about posting your important things at this time. All right. So, some of the, one of the most interesting parts of this analytics is I like this. Yes, you can get this information on Threads, but I like the sorting better here. I like that it gives me a percentage here. I also like that I can filter posts by keywords. So that like I was looking for that. If you noticed, I was posted the 5 things not to do if you want to grow on Threads. I couldn't figure out what day it was. I found it through here. Also, you can download it. Like I said, it gives you a spreadsheet so that you can go through and look at that information. You can look at that information as well. Okay. So it gives you a lot better information, I feel, than the Threads analytics. But the most important thing that I really like is that these analytics, the post analytics, comes to you every morning for the previous day in your email. Now, it doesn't cover everything, but it covers the latest, I think it's like 10 posts that you do. And it's a great way to start going through and seeing things, okay? And I really like it. And it encourages me to go in and look. Now, one of the other things that they have that I forget about and is that they do have an engager option. Okay, so engager allows you to go through and see which of your posts have responses that you may not have replied to. Like here, I know that I liked her response, but I have not replied to it. And one of the reasons I'm doing this video is so that I can reply to her, because I posted my Threads wrap here. You can't get it anywhere but through this one, through BlackTwist. So now I can do that. Also, like here, I know I like these, but I didn't respond to them, etc., etc. Okay, so it's a really great way to show you specifically comments you have not responded to, like with more than just an emoji. So I really like that. Because in the, like, when you look at replies and threads, it doesn't necessarily, I don't necessarily know what the replies are for. Like I know the basic of it, but I don't know the specifics of it. Now, one of the things that BlackTwist has done recently, and I'm going to show you something really, one of the things I really, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to tell you that I really like about BlackTwist, okay? But one of the things they've done recently that has made me happy is they've created this inspiration tab. Now, it's really hard to create engaging posts, and I know that it looks like from that I'm really good at it. I'm really consistent with it. But if you are still learning, or you want to change up how you do engagement, they have this inspiration page. Now, this inspiration page is taken from real posts that people in the BlackTwist community have done that have performed really well. So it's not a huge list right now, but they keep updating it. So you can do things like, and this is not obviously just for the creative community, but you can do things like educational stuff, and it'll explain to give you ideas on how to do it. Um, you can do storytelling. Um, it gives you information on how to do this. One of the things that I like is that if you go from here, you can click this and use it as a template. It gives you not only a breakdown of how or what to fill in, but it also gives you information on how to build it, to give you ideas to spark the thought process, that building process. Okay. Let's see. So they do have a challenge option. That doesn't really interest me. It's just a way to build like it says here, build a posting habit. When you build a posting habit, it increases your views and engagement. Um, and of course, doing that uh, builds your following, which means you meet more people. Um, so, um, that's great, but I don't use it. Let's see. So something that BlackTwist does that makes me happy is that unlike the metaverse, BlackTwist listens to its users, and not like eventually, in real time. They have what is called their feedback option. Okay. Now, in this feedback, you start with this. This is the roadmap. Okay. And in here, you can see what they plan on working on, stuff that's in progress, stuff they've completed, right? But you're like, okay, that's great. But what do we, what does that do for me? This gives you a list of the trending. Oh, like this one's mine. This gives you a list of the most recent posts, but you can leave your own idea of something that you want from here. I mean, search first before you put the idea in, but they are responsive. That way, you are actively participating in the evolution of this app, uh, which means that you make a difference, like an actual tangible difference. And every time that there's an update for the roadmap, they email you. Every time there is a change, they email you. And they respond to emails if you email them back, because I email them often. And they're not sick of me yet. Anyway, so this, of course, goes down to what does it all cost? Because there are very few things that are free. And if you notice, there are no ads on this. There is a free option. Oops, sorry. There is a free option on BlackTwist that you can try out. It gives you a limited amount of posts that you can schedule ahead of time. You, of course, can do an unlimited amount of drafts. I don't know what the limit is because I used creator tier. Okay. Now the creator tier, at the annual rate comes out to about $12.50 a month. In January, I'm probably going to do the annual rate because I really have seen the value of this app for my threads presence. But for right now, I do the monthly. So it's it's $19 a month plus tax and everything. It comes out to just over $21. It's like $21 and some change. And it goes through, they use a place called Lemon Squeezy to do it. It's going to redirect you to that. Lemon Squeezy is really nice. But you know, it's for me, it's worth it. And because I count my art business as a business when I do taxes, this is all a tax write-off for me. If you can afford it, and you want to build your presence and you want to spend less time creating content, so you can take an hour or two. I spend probably 2 hours once a week setting up my recurring posts at max. And that's like the holiday season. I've had more on BlackTwist so that I am not on threads as much, and I can spend my time on threads interacting with you guys instead of having to schedule posts. And then the posts that I do subsequent to what I've scheduled are all like in real time. That's what I meant to say. In real time posts for like my art stuff that I'm currently doing. Okay. So if you've made it this far, I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. And if you think that BlackTwist would be a good fit for you, I have a referral link in the description below, and I'll drop it somewhere on the screen. I keep making gestures like you guys can see me, and that way, I think you guys. I think there's a benefit for you. I think there's a benefit for you, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now because of course not. But again, I know this was long, but thank you for being here, and I hope this was helpful, and I hope you join me.